This is a week packed full of excitement with Fat Tuesday and Valentine's Day tomorrow. Fat Tuesday today, and while you may be thinking of the normal Louisiana, New Orleans-themed restaurants throughout town for Mardi Gras, Noche just opened recently. They're doing Mardi Gras up right. Chef Marco back with us again today. He was here back in December. This is going to be a Taste Test Tuesday, Mardi Gras style. Good morning, Marco.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How is it being in the restaurant business? You just opened. You have Fat Tuesday, Valentine's Day, and 2 weekends around Valentine's Day from which people can choose to go on their dates.
Right. Yeah.
How is it?
It's busy, and we're really lucky. We're really blessed to be able to be so busy.
A lot of reservations.
A lot of reservations. Having a good time. A lot of you know, when you see a table count, you see 80 tables coming in. You know that it's lots of two tops, lots of people coming in to have a special experience. So we've got a lot of really cool things planned. We're really excited excited about all of it.
This looks cool. Smells cool. What do we have here?
So this is kind of a play on gumbo. Gumbo, kind of a, you know, really beautiful, sort of humble food that's meant to kind of cook all day. So we made a pretty traditional gumbo, made a really dark roux. For the Trinity, which is traditionally onion, celery, and green bell pepper, we used roasted poblano. Then we added some nixtamalized corn into this, like we do for our regular pozole. So it's kind of like a riff between two of these like really rich, hearty sort of stews.
Yeah, I love that.
And so, you know, we love seafood at Noche, and so we've got some really beautiful small black tiger shrimps. And then this is salsa macha. So this is like a dried chili. Traditionally, it's got dried chili and peanuts.
Did we have some version of this last time when you were on?
We had some pickles and a different kind of salsa. Okay. This is like really earthy, really rich, really nice from the dried chilies. So
yeah,
super fun, and it's really it's tasty. One of my favorites.
So for folks at home, as a chef of an obviously very popular newer restaurant, how much of it is making changes to get everything right? Is it changes daily? Is it changes hourly? I mean, how much are you having to pivot with recipes and ingredients?
It is hourly, I would say. We're constantly tasting. Something that our team does an amazing job at is taste. In the middle of service, we're checking sauces and salsas to be sure that make sure salt right and acidity is right. Prep in the morning, they're tasting guacamole, they're tasting big batches of things that are being made, soups, stews, stuff like that. You've got to adjust throughout the day as stuff like, you know, will sit, will it, you know, if it'll reduce slightly as we reheat it, you know, do we adjust the salt for that? It's like a game. It feels a lot more like you're threading a needle, and it's a lot more precise than kind of just standing in there and cowboying through everything.
So are you done with the gumbo pozole already?
Here we go.
A lot of fresh work, but this is so give me the overview of the gumbo. I know the gumbo takes a lot of love. You had to kind of play with a little bit.
Yeah.
How do you make your gumbo?
Gumbo, really cool. I've learned from some really wonderful friends. My friends Aaron and Paige, shout out to them. They kind of walk me through it, but it's just a roux, so oil and flour. You cook that for a long time to get like the really dark sort of chocolatey color here. Then you go in with onion, bell pepper. We used roasted poblano and some celery, cooked that down, and then we added some chorizo, some nixtamalized corn, and then we top it with some shrimp and some nice green stuff.
Do you mind if I dig in a little bit?
Yeah, of course, go ahead.
Okay, here, I'm gonna pass it right over here, and I want you to explain this guy right here, because obviously with Noche, with your heritage, that's gonna play into a part in how you cook and where you're from.
Alebrijas. So something that sort of you carry with you into your afterlife, into your spiritual afterlife. The movie Coco, we talked about earlier. The movie Coco, that was a component of that movie that was really cool. So we have these up in the restaurant. Something that's just really like special and sort of carries on the familial spirit of what I think Mardi Gras represents and what you know, Mexican culture represents, and how we can do that, put those things together.
That's very cool. So this is phenomenal.
Thank you.
And the secret you said to the gumbo, this is so interesting because you said it just needed the first blush, it needed a little more love. Gumbo gets better as it sits, right?
Yeah, totally.
So tell folks about that, and just kind of as you're making soups and gumbos, there is a waiting game.
There is a waiting game. You can't you've got to let the food, and same with pozole, and this is what I love about it, you got to let it speak for itself, and you've got to let it sort of dictate to you what it needs. We don't really we can't really write a really straight up recipe as far as salt and lime and and everything it needs. You got to like taste it, and you got to be able to make those adjustments. And with Gumbo last night, as I was putting it all together, I just felt like, oh, it's missing, you know, something. And as I got here, as I reheated it, as I got it together, I adjusted a little bit of salt and lime and put that love into it, and got it to where it needs to be.
Well, guess what? It ain't missing anything anymore. It's all there. Chef Marco, thank you so much. Tell us where folks can find Noche if they've never been.
Noche, corner of Archer and Elgin in the Vast Bank Building, 110 North Elgin Avenue, Suite 140 is our official address.
There you go. Happy Mardi Gras. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having me on.